welcome to another video. In today's video, it's the complete tale of my new fancy teeth. Upcoming video of just what you need to know if you're thinking about getting teeth done in Mexico. But this video is my entire experience. Enjoy. Update, it's a Saturday. I had dental work on a Saturday. I had 3 more root canals. And they also carved down 4 teeth. And I was there for hours. And my whole face is numb. And it's just moving. Yeah. Alright, I'm catching up on my teeth vlog because I got here and in less than a week I got food poisoning and a concussion. So I ate some bad crab and I walked into a tree. So needless to say, and in between that I got a tooth pulled, and then I had 3 root canals, and then I had 3 more root canals and 4 teeth shaped. So I've got fake teeth going on right now. And now I got another appointment in a couple days for, and when they did the teeth, they did impressions. So I have to like go back and decide some things. Color, yeah. Color and shape apparently too. And I told him I'm open to having extra teeth because I think that's a thing. Like Gucci Mane's teeth seem like there's extra, okay? So that's the next, is 3 more root canals. And then after that, then they have to do all the cutting down of all these teeth and the impressions. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about dentists, Mexico versus USA. Now, number one, I'm not an authority on like all dentists, but my experiences with dentists go like this. When I was about 9 years old, a dentist lied and said I had 2 cavities in 1 tooth, thus charging for 2 cavities that I didn't have. My dad was probably in there on a coupon, okay? And that's these right here in the same tooth. You think about it, if you're gonna be a crooked dentist, you're gonna do it's 2 cavities, you gotta charge double. But meanwhile, you just gotta numb 1 tooth. So the expenditure of, and then you drill twice. So yeah, and you look at how tiny they are. And I never had another cavity again. I never went to a dentist from 16, and I didn't ever have a checkup until here in Mexico. Now I've been to dentists 4 times in Bend over basically 1 tooth. So I broke a tooth. 7 years later, it really broke and started flopping around, so I had to deal with it. Or else I'd probably still be fine with my teeth if I hadn't have broken that tooth, which I bit a fork while editing, multitasking. I was eating a salad and just bit the fork and the tooth snapped. But it didn't snap, it just popped, and then it hurt a little bit when I'd bite on it for years. And I never did anything. And then, like, about 4.5 years ago, I bit something and it snapped, and it was like this. So I went to a dentist, and I don't know why I went to a dentist and didn't just get it pulled right then, but I didn't. And then I went back to that dentist like 6 or 8 months later and had it pulled, and that was like the worst experience ever. Like, didn't use enough numbing agent and like was digging down to get the broken off tooth, and I literally passed out as soon as I got back to my hotel room. It was a nightmare. He told me that I had some kind of infection in my jaw that was just going to continue until I did something, right? Freaked me out. I spent an entire year with fucking pain. And I woke up in the middle of the night one night with the pain shooting from where he said I had this infection down into my heart. I mean, it was like crazy, right? And so I went to this different dentist and said, and that was like a year after I had gotten the tooth pulled. And he's like, took x-rays and he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, what? And the pain went away. So it was in my head because this other piece of garbage dentist lied to me and told me I had some kind of infection going on, and I just couldn't afford to take care of it, right? I mean, my place had just burned down. I mean, I had nothing. So that's my experience with USA doctors. Okay, now when you go into a USA dentist, when you go into the USA dentist, right, you go into these big, nice offices filled with people, filled with stuff, multiple freaking rooms, and one doctor, one dentist, okay? And he has a whole entire, every single person that goes in there sits down in their own chair, and the dentist just goes, and then you basically only talk to the helpers. So you walk in and you get in, and there's like a check-in lady. And then you get into your little booth area, and there's another lady or man or whatever. They're mostly females, and then the doctors are males, right? Typically. And then the doctor, and then you do all your talking with the little helper person, which they probably have a name like a nurse or something equivalent. And then the dentist comes in for like a very short amount of time, and then he's off to the next booth. Booth to booth to booth to booth to booth. Okay. Mexico is completely different. Number one, there's dentist offices all over the place. I mean, they're everywhere, right? And they have specialists that come. So, for example, I'm at this dentist, and she called in a specialist that does root canals. A specialist in root canals. Okay, a doctor. So now, she's a doctor, the root canal doctor, and then she even had, and I think she might have had the male doctor come to pull my teeth because I said I was terrified, which I was, because the last time I had a tooth pulled, it was a nightmare, right? And I'm just honest, like, I'm scared to get my tooth pulled. At this point, it sucks, but it is what it is, you're just on your way to getting nice teeth, right? So, it is what it is. It sucks, but whatever. But that's three doctors so far, right? A specialist apparently for pulling teeth. I don't really know the whole backstory on that, and then the specialist on root canals, which he's done 6 on me now, and then there's the doctor that's her place, and I don't know if she gets called in to other places to do stuff, but it seems like it's a more collaborative, and there's less helpers per dentist than the ratio of doctors to helpers is like I think there's there's 2, maybe 3 helpers and the doctor, and then 2 more doctors, right? So drastically, in a lot smaller office, there's only 2 booths. The doctor or one of the helpers greets you. The doctor does the processing of the payment, that would all typically be like that little front desk lady that's doing all that stuff, And it's just the doctor. I mean, she literally takes your card, puts it in the machine, does it, here you go, done. I mean, it's just like a more, like, less blown up. It's like more focused on just getting the work done and doing a quality job rather than having just like the, and I would say it's 100% how much it costs to become a dentist in the United States versus how much it costs to become a dentist in Mexico. I mean, Cuba literally exports doctors. They have schools free all the way up to a doctor. If you're smart enough to want to be a doctor and you're a and you want to be a doctor in Cuba, and there's some other places around South America that are very focused on pumping out doctors and engineers, far superior to lawyers. So those are the big differences. Like, I don't think there's a quality difference. They all use the same products, the same machines. Oh, x-rays are a little different. Here, or in the US, to do an x-ray, they put this thing that like holds the film or the sensor. They put the sensor in your mouth, and then they got a contraption that holds it, and then they got the x-ray machine on an arm that lines up to this thing. They all leave. Sometimes they cover you in a lead blanket, all right? Do the x-ray, they come back, adjust. If it was right, they do have to do it again if it did right. In Mexico, the lady holds the sensor in your mouth with one hand and the camera in the other. Or maybe there's two ladies. I have my eyes closed the whole time, so it's probably two ladies, but that's real. They're literally holding it in your mouth and shooting the camera. The camera's not on a thing. The camera is, they pick it up, and there's a laptop right over there, and they email you your x-rays, every single one. Oh, and I had a pain, right? I have a cavity, and it's been 36 years since I went to the dentist. I've had some issues here and there with not being able to take care of my teeth as well as I would want to, okay? Which I always took really good care of my teeth. So I wasn't surprised. Oh, I got one cavity, right? So I was telling her that, and she's like, come in, and this is Dr. Kramer, and so she like just, you don't have a cavity. I'm like, oh, I think it's in the middle. Does an x-ray, says you don't have a cavity. I got no cavities after 30 years, 36 years. I'm like, that's amazing, right? And that's how much they charged me for that day. $0. $0. $0 pesos. It was very short. Okay, so in the United States, just to find out how much it was going to cost to get the work done that I wanted to get done, right? Which I was missing a tooth, and the other tooth was all wonky, so I was needing this whole thing taken care of, right? It was $170 just to find out how much. And that was like an x-ray, and them to sit there and say, what do you want? And then me to say this, and then they go, okay, great, that's $170, and for what you want is $10,000. Okay? It's like, $10,000? Alrighty then. Alright, so here, I had no idea what the price was going to be. And so the basic, what I wanted was like $2,800. So then I was like, I want to get all my teeth perfect, fixed for those kind of rates. I want to get, one and done. I want to get all the dental work that I could ever possibly need, get my teeth cleaned because, years of never having them cleaned, flossing is, there's little things caught here and there. They're going to get rid of all that. I'm going to have all new teeth, and they're all clean. I might never have to go to another dentist again in my entire life. If I have some kind of problem, I might have to, fly back down here. Ugh. But hopefully there's going to be no problems, right? And I'm here for, a while after it's done, so I should, if there's any problems, they'll probably be initially, right? So they'll be able to dial it in and I'll be set. And realistically, I might never have to go to another dentist again in my entire life. Another update. So this is interesting. I went in for, I believe, 2 more root canals today. And because the tooth, something grew over the root. So they were only able to do 1. They tried to do 2, probably extra, but apparently there is a scenario where they can't get the root out, and if they keep just trying, they might just break the whole damn tooth in half, or break the tooth. So leaves me kind of wondering if I'm going to have problems down the road. No idea, hope not. But that's the end of the root canals, and I was supposed to have 8, and I only got 7, but just because they couldn't get the root out doesn't mean I didn't have every other bit of the whole process. So now I wait for my face to be working again so I can eat. So things are getting scary now. So there was an issue. They couldn't do a root canal because of my anatomy. There was something about the tooth that just wouldn't allow it to happen in here somewhere, right? And then I feel like that maybe caused more inflammation because it aggravated it, and it just didn't get a heal from being removed. I'm just guessing. So in my sinuses, it was inflamed from that, okay? Now, my best guess is this. That was on a Friday. The following Tuesday, I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday, there was a massive sewer leak where the big pump truck comes in. I walked right down this street over here, and it was bad. The smell was horrible. It, slapped me in the face. So I looked up, and yeah, you can get an infection from airborne sewage particles, okay? So starting Wednesday morning, I woke up in the morning and I had sinus pain. And I spent all day thinking, I should go to a pharmacy and this, right? Well, shit, I wonder if this isn't some kind of issue with, and so I'm not, a person that goes to doctors and dentists and all this stuff, but my thought was, I'm doing this dental stuff. I have pain right there. I should go back to the dentist. So I did, but the following day, on a Thursday, she checked and made sure that there was no problem, infection in the root canals, okay? So those were fine. But she gave me antibiotics. So I took the antibiotics. The very next day, I felt horrible. Just couldn't move. Horrible. The following day, I felt a little better. which is Saturday. Saturday I went and got this. Okay, but now it's Monday, and now I'm feeling worse. It's in my ear, it's in my neck. I actually have pain from just touching, like right here, like this hurts. Right there, that hurts. This hurts, okay? This might be from sore neck. I'm not sure, but it's just all right in the same spot. So I'm on antibiotics. I'm bleeding from places I really shouldn't be bleeding. And I'm terrified, quite honestly, because antibiotic resistant bacteria is a thing. And in a sewer in Mexico, what better place for something like that to be born or whatever, right? So at this point, I'm kind of concerned I might die from this infection. Like, I was getting better, feeling better, because I think mainly I was feeling like horrible because I had the infection and the body was doing the whole fever thing. So that's probably why I felt horrible, right? Well, then the antibiotics did something that made the fever go away, but the infection is still there. I mean, my ear is popping and clicking, and my throat, like every time I swallow, it just hurts all night long. Swallowing, just freaking like being woken up every 5 minutes. All right, I'm here for the final everything. It's a Saturday. It's my third Saturday being in here. All right, let's see what they're gonna look like when they're done.
Hi.
Thank you, Dr. Kramer.
Thank you for your patience, Derek.
Thank you for watching my video.